I remember when I had 0 subs, my friends had to give me thumbs up. From 100 subs to 100K, I'm thanking you every day. From 100 subs. I've gotten so many messages and comments asking me about my intro and what program I use to create it. So why not bring the creator of my intro so we can discuss a few things. So who do I have with me today?
Well, Chris, you have, my real name is James Stewart, James initial A Stewart, but at my YouTube channel I go under Mangegnosis. And that was a name that was created. The word mange was a short film that I originally opened up my YouTube channel for to post. And the name of that film was Mange. So I decided, hey, it evolved into something else obviously completely different. And that's why I'm speaking to you today.
The first time you ever made me an intro, what made you want to make me an intro?
Well, I'll tell you, it's easy. I've been watching your videos through the Modern Warfare days every day. In fact, I found one video and I realized there was videos after it and videos before it. And so I thought, well, why don't I just, this is what I do. This is, I do animations, I work in TV, I do this, and I thought, I'm going to make him an intro. And just for the fact of it, just to enjoy it, because I think that I enjoy what you do, and so I'm going to give something back to you, and ask for nothing. I'm just going to do this. Hope you enjoy it. That's how it happened. That's basically as simple as that.
And I just have to thank you because it's great. It definitely helps out videos. And you've been making some for other people too that have come out really nice, like T-Mart and Woody. I like how those came out. Those are nice. Now that I put it on a video, I put your link. It's also on my channel. But now since we're doing this, there's going to be a lot more people that know exactly who made those intros. So they're going to be checking you out to see, what else you can do.
Yeah, most definitely. And top of all, that was more than kind of you to do that. That has definitely turned many people my way, and with inquiries and so forth. That was more than kind. When you did that, I was just like, geez, that was more than generous. So thank you from my human voice over the phone to you right now. I more than appreciate that. I never actually really intended for all of this to happen. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that just kind of bloomed, and here it is. But now I'm doing intros night and day. You know what I mean? And it's awesome. I enjoy it.
That's another thing. Let's talk real quickly about that. Is how long does it actually take you to put these intros together? Because they're 10 seconds, but it's 10 seconds of movement. And these are not like, if somebody uses these intros, they don't have to worry about copyrighted material. This is stuff that we can use, and we don't have to worry about YouTube taking it down. Like some other people, when they make intros, they actually use stuff from movies or songs that they don't have the rights to and all that stuff. So how long does it take you to put together an intro?
Well, it takes a while, and the people that have contacted me and who are interested and serious about it, I have to ask them, for not a commitment of their soul by any means, but to make sure that they're serious about it, because the time that I spend into it, I find out what their name is, I build their font in 3D, and then I create a world around it. And each object, each reflection, each shadow, everything in there, I would say probably at least 80% of it, if 85%, is built from the ground up. The time that it takes to build something is roughly, it goes from about 10 to 15 hours. I mean, I put some good time in it, depending on what I see and what the vision is that kind of hits me about their gamer tag and so forth. And with the Macs that I'm using that are pretty powerful, it takes as long as it takes. And so, oh yeah, it's time. But once I click render, then I can have a life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It seems like you gave us a secret. One of your secrets. You said that you're using Macs, so it's not Windows. You're using that Apple to make these intros.
I'm using I have 2 towers and a laptop to do some of the basic stuff on, and then I transfer it from the laptop, if I start there, to the towers that have all the power. If you're doing 3D, go for the power. I mean, without a doubt, you got to go for the most powerful machine you can afford. And then just hope for the best. It calls a lot out of your computer. It'll milk it dry of all its processing speed, and so it's crazy business, but it's so much fun. So I enjoy it. But Chris, I have a few questions I wanted to pass by you, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, I was going to ask you, like, I know you are, in school and working and so forth, and I wanted to ask you maybe some of your, what would you say, your tricks and techniques in behalf of balancing your YouTube life with all that, all the stuff on the outside, so to speak.
I developed a really easy, simple strategy. All I do is I just do things one at a time. I set my school first. So that means that, going to class, and then, when you get out of class, that's not it. You got to actually study. You got to read these books. So that's usually first on my list when school's going on. And then right after that comes work. I got to be to work on time, and I have to have enough rest so I can perform at work. And then after that is when I start doing other things. So I say, okay, YouTube is next, or I say, maybe going to the gym is next, or doing something social is next, or, etc. So basically what happens is I just do a little bit each day of some kind of video, whether that's syncing up my audio with the gameplay or editing it, or just, whatever it is. I just do a little bit each day. And what I've been doing now is I render my games while I'm sleeping. That way I can use my computer during the day.
Well, I got one more for you here. The music. What is the horizon for that? If I may send a question to you. If that's not, is that too much of a giveaway? The music that you're doing currently, is that, I don't want to give any secret, or any secrets away by any means, but is there more coming? Is the question.
Oh, there's actually a lot of music coming. Actually the first song that I release is gonna feature a YouTuber I'm sampling and I'm putting in this song, and it's gonna be it's gonna be an anthem. The production is insane. It's all ready to go. Once I have the time to sit down, record that, I don't even know. I think it's gonna explode, that song, and so it's gonna be like a surprise. That's gonna be the first one. Then after that, I got some more. I got at least like 3 more lined up right after that. I know for a fact.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to it very much. So when I heard you had a tune out on iTunes, I grabbed it, and it's wonderful, man. I thought, well, this is great, because I'd have that tune in my head when I was just driving down the road, and so actually having the full track, it's got a major hook on it. And anybody that was into Modern Warfare and now Black Ops, anyways, having the actual production that you did with Draper. Great. That was your words, and the music that he put in underneath and so forth. Amazing. So I thought I'd ask the question about that. What we have to look forward to in that category before YouTube, basically, and then I can express to you, if you wish, what my background is as well. Just kind of how we got here, basically. So to what switched us on and so forth.
It's just having fun, growing up, middle school, high school, I played a lot of basketball. And so, when basketball games were coming out, I was playing those games. And the same thing with music. I was just always into music, making music, and just having a lot of fun. So when YouTube started up and I saw people putting up videos, I always wanted to show some of my basketball gameplay. And so when they finally made like HD, when you can record in HD, that's when I said, all right, now I'm going to step in and make some videos, because I didn't want to record in standard def because I was playing in HD. You don't want to downgrade your gaming quality just so you can record. So when the HD equipment started coming out, that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's pretty much just it. It's just just my interest. Music, basketball, those are my interests. So I just took that and put them into videos.
Put it on the video. I see. Very cool. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I started actually, at least, the genesis of all this was with kids. I was a teacher for a while, doing post-production film and claymation. And so I was doing still frame photography, basically, with students. We'd write a storyboard and so forth and do a claymation. We'd build all the armatures, all the characters, and spend arduous amounts of time doing frame by frame, with cameras, frame by frame. You know how it is. Talk about time consumption. And then So I called up a local TV station, KUTV2 here in town, and I ended up kind of shadowing some editors there. And over 9 years now, I've been working there as the director of design, and I make television commercials, public services, and one thing that happened, I have a business outside of Channel 2 called Gnosis, and it's basically what I do. I do intros for people. The big story of my life, I guess, that I'll just impart to you real quickly, which is a guy, John Green, who's the head of creative services at KUTV, sent in one of my ads to the Emmys, basically. And so he sent it in, and it won an Emmy.
That's a smooth move, doing what you just did right there. Do you actually have a copy of that commercial that won the Emmy?
It's on my on my channel are some reels. I'll tell you this: I've won a few now. Actually, not to sound braggadocious or boastful, but I've won. There's several arts festivals that you'll see integrated into the reels that I have on my channel, and they're kind of down the way. They're a big montage of all the type of stuff I've done. But so what's the plan then? I guess what is on the nexus for you, if I may ask you? That's kind of a broad question, but it's does it keep on keeping on, so to speak, or is there?
I might, maybe in a year or so, start making like skits that have nothing to do with video games.
Oh, really? I see.
That is a while ago, but I got a lot of friends. We have ideas. We want to make these videos, and that's going to be like a little project. And I'll still be making the videos I'm making today. It's just that every once in a while, one of those skit videos will come out. So it should be a lot of fun.
That is a plus and a half. Very cool. That's wonderful, man. Very much so. So anyways, yeah, is there anything else that you would like to talk about, Chris? I'm open. I'm sitting in my kitchen right now, and I'm rendering an intro, That's what I'm doing.
You're rendering an intro every day, huh? You got so many to do.
Every day.
Actually, what we could talk about
every day.
The fee that you charge. I think that fee is
Sure.
very low, because that's almost like the rate that you're charging for an intro is like, that's like not even minimum wage with all those hours you're putting in there.
Sure, it's actually truthfully, it's almost kind of, it's not quite giving it away because it is a fee, but what I decided to do is I thought, I want to make something that's affordable, totally affordable to the YouTube community, especially the gamer community. I mean, you have a lot of young people that may have not even started the job field yet, and so forth. And I thought, how can I reach everybody and say, hey, this is what I charge for my time, and it's it's a very humble fee, very humble request. I hope these guys understand that, even because there's been a few people that are like, God, $50, that's a lot of money. And I go, it is, but this is for my time. I put a lot of time and I work with you individually. I send you stills. I try to work with these people and we kind of walk along the path together as far as getting a good thing for them, so it's a little bit of a production. It's I try to give them something that they're going to be happy to post on their channel. Hey, thank you so much for having me on your channel. All right,
and thank you for coming and for making my intro and for making other people intros. So we'll stay in touch and we'll see what happens. We'll see what intros you post on your page, because you basically upload everything there, right? Everything
pretty much,
you make?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I try to upload everything, and people can look at those intros and maybe go check out the channel of the person that I made the intro for.
All right, so that's basically like dual advertising right there.
Basically, yeah. You can look at it that way for sure.
Like a dual commentary, but dual advertising.
Dual advertising, true. That's the way to look at it, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, so we're signing out.
Spees on the track.
Why did I have